Hi, fifth grade. I'm just here to go through your exit ticket, which will be counted as your homework for today. So, as always, I'm going to read you through each question and maybe give you a short explanation if you need it. And you can pause this video as we go. So, your exit ticket today is all about the essential games we've been learning over the last 2 weeks. So, the first few questions are pretty straightforward. You're going to put your first name, I'll use mine, your last name, and then pick your homeroom. You'll notice that you can't move on until all three of those are done, and then you'll hit next. The first three questions are about our game we learned last week and practiced today, Foxtail. So our first one is, what one is a rule for Foxtail? So two of these are not rules. You need to pick the one that is. Your first option is, once my tail is gone, I am out of the game. Your second option is, I can take a tail out of other people's, I can take a tail other people have in their hands, meaning I can grab a tail that out of someone else's hands. Or number three, I need to stay within the boundaries of the basketball court. So what one is a rule for Foxtail? Then I want you to think about, how would you rate Foxtail as a game? So if you hate it, you never want to play it again, you're going to give it a 1. If you love it, you want to play it all the time, you're going to give it a 5. 2 is like, I don't hate it, but I don't love it. 4 is I like it, but I don't love it. And 3 is kind of in the middle. And then I just want you to explain to me, why do you feel that way? I'm just going to pick the first one here. I'm not saying that's right or wrong, but I need it to move on. I'm going to go with a 3 right in the middle here, and I'm just going to put not A, just so I can move on. I need you to explain to me the rating you gave it. And then I'm going to hit next. Again, you'll notice that if I don't do one of these and I try to hit next, I can't move on. You need to answer all 3 to move on. And then you're going to get into our questions about Scoot. So, what one is a rule for Scoot? Again, looking for the one that is a rule. 2 of these are not rules. The first one, I can stay in a hoop as long as I want. Number 2, if I get tagged, I find Miss Natalie for a move to do. Or number 3, I can tag someone when they're in a hoop. Again, I'm just going to pick the first one to move on. I'm not saying that's the right one. And then I want you to think, how would you rate Scoot as a game? Again, 1 being I hate it, 5 being I love it. I'm just going to go right in the middle again to move, so I can move on. And then again, tell me why you rated Scoot what you did. So if you said you hate it, tell me why. If you said you love it, tell me why. And then I'm going to hit next for my very last section. I just want to know, do you have any questions or comments about Foxtail and or Scoot Tag? So you'll notice this one is not required, and I shouldn't have made this one either. I'll change it. But if you're like, I love Foxtail, but can we change it by doing this? Or I think this would make it better, tell me. Or if you're still having questions about rules, ask them. And then just wondering if you have any other recommendations for games that may make good essential games in the future. So if you've played a game before that you're like, this one might be a good essential game, tell me about it. Once you've done that, again, you won't have to do this one. These two are both optional, but you do need to at least come here and hit submit. You may hit submit, and I will get your responses. That's it. Make sure you get this done so that way I can give you your homework grade for the week and find out what you know and what you like or don't like about our games. Thanks. See you next week.